Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Cory. This video is going to be a little bit different. My sister Reyna is about to move to London, of all places, in like 2 months. And before she did that, she wanted to take a trip down there to like visit the school she'll be attending, see where she's going to live, and just kind of get a vibe check for the area. And she asked me to go with her. So we did that back in, February now? It's been several months since we've gone. Neither of us have ever left the country before, let alone just us. We've never gone on vacation, just the two of us. We had objectives, but we were also kind of there to just like hang out. So there was a lot of travel involved. Reyna came to us here in Orlando, and then she and I made the jump across the Atlantic Ocean together. Our luggage got lost on the way there, and it was kind of a whole ordeal. When we did finally get there, our luggage was gone. It was 35 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm very accustomed to warmer weather. And so the airline was like, hey, you can have $50 basically to go and get whatever you need because we won't have your luggage until at least tomorrow. So we went and bought like coats. We bought like interview clothes for my sister because she was there for like some stuff. And then we started to try and like enjoy ourselves in London, and enjoy ourselves we did, right? Like there was a ton of great food, a lot of cool things to see. We were like really close to her school. We saw where she's gonna live. The bed and breakfast we stayed at was like killer. Actually, it was really nice. We took public transit like everywhere because we didn't have a car, and it was really nice there. It was easy to walk anywhere we wanted to go and like get to places very easily and like pretty cheaply. And all the while we had sort of known that at some point during that trip we were going to kind of bounce over to Paris and try and see Disneyland. However, the like minimal amount of research we had done like months prior to this trip kind of led us to believe that was going to be a really easy process and a cheap one and a fast one. And it was what's the word? Not. It was not. This was entirely our fault. I'm not trying to dissuade anyone from doing this. In fact, Kelsey and I are planning to do this next year. But you do got to plan ahead a little bit. You see, the Eurostar rail, the train that you take from London to Paris, is about $40 a ticket one way if you're looking months in advance. However, if you're looking for a ticket for tomorrow, they're going to cost you about $200 per ticket one way. And that's on us. That's our fault. You know what I mean? Like, I think we had kind of roughly estimated it would cost us $120 for, transit and stuff like that from London to Paris. It was going to be really easy. It was going to take like 2 hours to get from one to the other. And then, a short little train ride underground in the metro over to Disneyland. But, best laid plans and all that. But hey, I'm going to spare you the details. We made it. We got there, baby. So we booked a one-night stay at the Hotel Cheyenne, like 2 days in advance. I was like on the phone and they were like, cool, when did you want your vacation? And I was like, 2 days from now. And they were like, oh, and I was like, is there not availability? And they're like, there is. I've just never had somebody ask to come like tomorrow before. The hotel was lovely. It was vaguely like Old West themed, which was very funny to me. And it had like Woody's Roundup characters all over the room and stuff like that. We were barely there at all, if I'm fully honest. We were kind of just there to sleep. But we had, 2 days in the parks. And we really had less than that because we got up, I think at 3 a.m. to get from our bed and breakfast to King's Cross Station to get on a very early Eurostar train under the Channel into Paris. And that, it was great. But it did mean that we got into the park around noon, I think. And so I'm going to show you some footage from this trip because I thought it'd be fun to take a couple of videos while we were there, more or less just to document it for us so that we could look back on it fondly. Keep in mind a couple of things. One, it was filmed on a phone. Awkwardly, in, again, 30-degree weather, and so I'm very cold. The camera footage is not what you would call stable or fun to look at. And two, we weren't there to shoot a video. I was just there to, like, hang out with my sister on just, like, a siblings vacation, like the first one we've ever had. And while I do, in hindsight, wish that I had, like, taken some more videos of some of the things in particular, we weren't paying attention to that. It wasn't really why we were there, and it wasn't high on my priority list. So there will be some gaps in some of the footage here. I'm wondering if we can get a couple of videos out of some of the stuff that I've taken here. I guess you'll know by the time that this is out. I'm rambling so much right now that I feel like the runtime might be a little bit long. But I don't know, please enjoy this like mishmash of footage that we've thrown together here. Again, Kelsey and I are planning to go next year at some point. I am positive that we will stay for several days and we will bring a camera and do the whole thing. With the benefit of the hindsight that I now have, having been there once, I feel like we're going to be pros. We're going to have everything planned out and we're going to see it all. I mean, in the meantime, like I said, enjoy this one. All right, bye. That's Reyna. That's my sister. This is Cory. You can't see me. I'm here somewhere. We are here at Disneyland Paris. They're having their 30th celebration. And we're just here for like a day and a half. So I figured we'd get the whole experience here while we walk in. I promise the lights don't flicker this way in real life. It's just a frame rate issue with the camera. There we go. It's looking good. We're distracted. What we got?
It says it's filming today.
Oh, okay. Would you look at that? It's familiar, but not too familiar. Not too not familiar. Oh, look at that. There's a gazebo right there in the middle, and we got the castle in the back. That's where Town Square Theater would be in Disney World. The fire station would be over here. We still got City Hall on the left. It's very similar stuff, like Emporium on the corner. New Century Notions is where confectionery would be. It's so close to the same. We can start to see some of the what would be Tomorrowland. We're just kind of winging it. We have no idea really what we're doing here.
I think the main difference so far is that instead of spraying for cooling air, we have fire.
Yeah, well, it's cold. It's like 30 degrees here.
Fire.
Yeah, we got the little heating guys out there right now. Well, let's take some walks. Let's go. One thing that I've noticed right off the bat is that back home in Disney World, we would be swarmed with people right now. And yet, you can just go straight to the castle from here. So that's pretty cool. I guess not quite as busy. I don't know what peak season is here, but
Probably not winter.
look at that. Look at that. Good stuff. You excited?
So excited.
So excited. A lot of Main Street's kind of the same. There's Casey's Corner. There's an ice cream parlor. Some of the things are different, like there's a Waltz restaurant and a Lily's boutique, which I thought was kind of sweet. But as soon as you get up to this hub area, it's completely different. And also, that castle though, it looks so good. When we checked in the hotel, somebody was like, oh, you're from Florida, you have to tell us which castle is nicer. Because it's a real point of contention here. And I'm like, I guess we'll see. I mean, I've stared at the other castle a lot, like hundreds of hours, a lot, maybe thousands. But this is pretty good. That's pretty nice. All right, we got Tigger bouncing in the background, as all Tiggers do. All right. And we just noticed that there's all these mobiles. I don't know what to call them. Just rotating metal art situations of a bunch of the different characters. There's Baymax back there, a Mushu. Across the street there's Tigger and Pooh, Nemo, Reyna. Oh look, we got Eve. Look at her go. Cuties. Look at us in Discoveryland. Huh?
Discovering.
We're gonna discover Space Mountain. Because here it's pretty. It's really cool on the outside. I think it's like Jules Verne and like George Méliès inspired. It's got like a cannon on the outside that's supposed to launch the rocket. It's very colorful in comparison to ours. And there's that like astro orbiter as well, like right in front of it. It's looking pretty good. I think it's pretty cool. So we just kind of picked a direction and started walking, so we're here. So I think we're gonna try and do that and see how it goes from there. Oh, we got Buzz Lightyear over here too. Yeah, that's a good one. Well, we've got a couple of days, so we're gonna try and get pretty much all of it accomplished, I think. All right, I was wrong. It's not the Astro Orbiter, it's called the Orbitron. Everything here looks really good. I'm so used to like kind of a bland white Tomorrowland, but Discoveryland is well, it's nice. It's really pretty. Space Mountain currently down, so we're gonna keep moseying and we're just kind of wandering right now. What are you looking to see?
Disneyland Paris.
Well, you've done that, so now while we're here, what are you looking for?
Well, we need to go see Spider-Man at some point.
Right, that's at the Avengers campus.
Okay.
But I don't know, we're just gonna find out.
Yeah.
One thing that's nice about here is that there are plenty of like quiet little spots we've run into where it's just like kind of empty, but also the music isn't blaring. It's a nice contrast. One thing that I am bummed about is that the Nautilus is closed because it's very cold out, so that I don't think they run it during like winter. But we did kind of just make a loop around Space Mountain here. It's good to know that no matter where you are in the world, Autopia is slow little cars that kind of work. Good stuff. Hey dude, where are we?
Frontierland.
Frontierland. We're in the Wild West.
We traveled all this way and we're right back there.
We're still here. But Thunder Mesa is up here, which looks really nice. I'm wearing my Frontierland sweater today.
I'm not.
So we're killing it. So we got the Thunder Mesa Mercantile. Yeah, Photopass gets to wear like a rad vest, which is very cool. The Lucky Nugget. Gemstone of the West. Yeah, hey, it's pretty cool here actually. But why are we here?
To do a thing. I've already forgotten.
She's already forgotten.
We're doing the Phantom House thing.
The Phantom Manor.
That's what it's called.
We got it. Big Thunder Mountain. We might have to hit that up, huh?
We do have to hit that up.
We do?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Oh, hold up. Look at that. Yeah, I don't even know if you can see it on the video. The riverboat's making its way around the corner there. Boats, boats, boats. This one's for you, Kelsey. That's a really nice looking Big Thunder. It's huge too. Like the video's not doing it justice, but it is like tall. Like I mean, that's the riverboat for comparison, and it's like gigantic. We got a train though. Phantom Manor. This has definitely been sort of a bucket list item for me. Very big fan of all the mansions and all their various forms. And yeah, so now we get to do this one. It's the costumes. What do you think?
I like it.
It's really pretty grounds. We got nice little statues and
willows.
Yeah.
Cherry blossoms.
I was just gonna say some like blossoming trees in here that like give it a really different vibe. Like I feel like the intent of the others is to be scary, and this is somehow like not that. It's just abandoned sort of feeling. It's nice.
Welcome, curious friends. It is so nice to have guests. Nous sommes ravis de vous accueillir, humble mortel, dans ce mystérieux manoir. You may not believe it, but beauty once lived in this house. Fantôme Manor a connu des jours heureux, mais les temps ont changé. Now, curious souls, come, I have more to show you. Entrez, braves mortels, et visitons ensemble ce fameux manoir.
Perhaps you sense a disquieting metamorphosis.
Hélas, les choses ne sont pas toujours ce qu'elles paraissent. Tous les contes n'ont pas de fin heureuse.
It appears everyone is doomed at Phantom Manor.
Even you? I've noticed this.
This chamber has no windows and no doors, which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out.
Par ailleurs, il n'y a ni porte, ni fenêtre. Par où sortir? Si vous ne trouvez pas le moyen de vous échapper, le fantôme des lieux se fera un plaisir de vous aider.
The real beauty of this house awaits us farther on. And she's dying to meet you. But beware the phantom.
Votre futur mari attend toujours l'homme de sa vie. Elle est volontaire.
There is much to see, so look alive and stay together. I'd hate to lose you so soon.
Playful spirits have interrupted our tour. Please remain seated. We will proceed shortly.
Warlocks and witches, answer this call. Your presence is wanted at this ghostly ball. Des 12 coups de minuit aux matines sonnantes, nous valserons ensemble, macabre débutante.
did. Barely. There's a lot of ghouls in there.
Yeah, there were.
A lot of ghouls.
Playing cards. Like spooky stew.
It was really good though, right? Like it was kind of impressive. There was one moment in it where I was like, "Whoa!" Like, and I was like, "Oh, I was recording. I didn't need to be talking." But yeah, pretty good. I liked it a lot.
Some of it was the same, but it was all like different. That it was like
it was pretty cool. I dig it.
Also, right after this, we went on Big Thunder, and I meant to film us walking up to it and stuff, but. We got distracted by beignets, as you do. So instead, you can enjoy this reaction footage right afterwards.
All right, what's the verdict?
It's beautiful.
It's so good. Woo. Big Thunder, the definitive version, is here in Paris. I'm willing to call it. That is the Big Thunder.
Happy tears.
So this is the point in the video where you're going to start having to use your imagination to fill in the gaps here, because again, we'd had so little time and we were just kind of running from place to place and trying to see all the things we wanted to see in such a limited time that we just kind of weren't thinking about filming or anything like that. It's really not, we were just there to have a good time. But there are two parks in Disneyland Paris, right? There's, Disneyland, and then there's the studios side. And so we did both, and we kind of bounced back and forth. It's worth mentioning, though, at this point, that Big Thunder in both California and Florida is my sister's biggest ever roller coaster that she's been on. And that's, it doesn't even have restraints, right? It's got a lap bar. You can slide around in your seat. It's fine. Not a thrill ride person. One of the things I didn't get footage of, but I desperately wish I could have, and I wouldn't have known to do so at the time, is that we sort of saw something in the corner of Adventureland, and I was like, "Hey, I think that's Indiana Jones." And she was like, "Oh, great. I love Indiana Jones." And I was like, "Me too. Let's go." Indiana Jones there is not like a dinosaur-esque ride for those of you in Florida. It's not like the truck on a, motion simulator ride. It's a roller coaster. And as we walked up, we did notice that it was a roller coaster, right? It looked very small. It looked very tame. And she was like, "Yeah, I can totally do that." And I was like, this is basically like Magic Kingdom. How big could the thrills be here? For some reason, there was no wait at all for this attraction. We walked straight into a vehicle and sat down and then pulled down our shoulder restraints. And that should have been my first clue. So the ride starts and we start climbing up this little lift hill. And I turn to my right and I notice a big loop in the track. And I immediately turned to my sister. I'm like, "I swear to God, I didn't know." And she was like, "I guess we're in it now." But she did it. She survived. She went upside down in a roller coaster for the first time. I was there to witness it. And she loved it. She had such a blast. And I think a lot of it is conquering this thing that you have thought is unconquerable for so long. 'Cause I've had that same experience, right? I love a roller coaster, but I was a little skeptical of them for a long, long time. Actually, as soon as we got off of that ride, she was like, "Let's go again." And I was like, "Okay." And we walked out the exit and straight back into a vehicle. There was no wait for some reason. So after that, Reyna was kind of all about conquering big thrill rides for the rest of our stay there. And it was such an exciting thing that we didn't really think to film much of it. But we did film her arch nemesis, her most highest tier scary ride as a kid, Tower of Terror. Please enjoy.
Where are we?
Not Hollywood Tower of Terror.
Yeah, Hollywood Tower Hotel.
That's the one.
Look at us. We're waiting to go into the library here. And Reyna's never done Tower of Terror, not a thrill ride person, until yesterday, seemingly. So we're going to see how she does.
Vous ouvrez cette porte avec la clé de l'imagination. Au-delà, c'est une autre dimension. Une dimension sonore. Une dimension visuelle. Une dimension de l'esprit. Vous pénétrez dans le domaine de l'ombre et de la matière, des objets et des idées. Vous venez d'entrer dans la 4e dimension.
He touched my shoulder and stared at me.
He did.
How you doing?
Not great.
Yeah, she's a little freak. This is one that she has historically not wanted to do ever, but she accidentally tackled some huge rides yesterday and said, okay, I guess I can try tomorrow. So
Because there's no loop.
we're going to give it a go. You're doing great.
Doing great.
How's your heart rate?
Doing so good. Let me tell you right now. It's 90.
Okay, that's not bad.
It went down by 1.
I was going to say, it was like 97 a second ago when you were freaking.
Yeah.
Good.
It's so good.
All right, here we go.
Apportez également une attention toute particulière à vos enfants. Merci.
How'd it go?
I survived.
You survived. You did it.
I did it.
You tackled it.
I died.
Well,
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think so.
If I died and this is heaven, it's okay though.
Well, I think we're good.
It's currently it's going down from 115. Yeah.
Nailed
Yeah. Did it. Totally did it.
it. You did. I'm proud of you.
Highest today. Yeah.
There were a ton of thrill rides that we did over the course of this like one full day we actually had. And she loved all of them. I was like shocked and like a little proud. I think that we even make reference to a few of these rides in a few of the clips that are probably upcoming. I don't know. I'm still editing this video right now. But again, I don't really have any footage of them, save for Iron Man talking in French and Captain Marvel talking in English.
Votre mission, piloter ces véhicules et détourner les missiles de la Terre.
Right. You'll be joining us on the mission. Tony's built a transponder that the missile's targeting system will lock onto.
But since we're on the subject of Avengers Campus and Disneyland Paris, what I hadn't mentioned to you yet is that I had a secret objective while we were there. Tucked really far back in the corner of Avengers Campus is this tiny little diner, sort of a blink and you'll miss it sort of situation. It serves really, really good Reubens, and it looks old, and there is a reason for that. This diner belonged to one of my best friend's families in New Jersey. So rather than recreate one of these specific diners for Avengers Campus, they thought, why don't we just source an existing one? And they took it apart and rebuilt it in Paris. So the super diner in Avengers Campus in Disneyland Paris, the actual physical diner, used to live in New Jersey and be owned by my friend's family. She had sent me all of these pictures of, her grandparents working there, her parents working there. And then she sent me a picture of them like standing next to it on the back of like a moving truck. Like they just picked the whole thing up and like shipped it somewhere to be taken apart. So while we were there, we had to eat there. And B, I had to try really, really hard to get anything from that diner back to America to hand to my friend. We got there slightly before it opened and we waited for them to unlock the door. And then we went inside and we sat down. It was pretty. It looked like all of the pictures that she had sent me. It was really cool. The guy who was serving us was incredibly French. And I don't speak any French. And he spoke very little English. So telling him this story was a little more difficult than I had anticipated. It took maybe 5 minutes of being like, no, like this physical building used to live in New Jersey. I had to like pull up all the pictures and be like, see, that's where we're standing. This is in New Jersey. And again, huge language barrier. I was not prepared for this. But finally he was like, oh, this used to be, that's so cool. What is it you want exactly? And I was like, I don't know, man. Is there anything I can take? Can I take some of these placemats back home and give them to her? And he was like, yeah, I can get you an extra placemat. And he gave me one extra placemat. These placemats, by the way, are made of like newsprint, right? Like, so for the rest of the day, I was holding like gently, but like never letting go of this piece of like incredibly fragile paper, trying to figure out how I'm going to ride rides and get through the rain today without destroying it and then get it all the way back to the United States. Spoiler, I did do that. It worked out. It's fine. And she was really stoked to get it. The thing that I haven't mentioned here is that when her family owned it, it was called the Excellent Diner, a very good name. And even though they call it the Super Diner in Avengers Campus, they do tack on the like slogan underneath, an excellent place to eat, in all caps. And so the placemat that I brought her back home, it has a picture of the diner on it, and it just says an excellent place to eat on it. And she was kind of thrilled about it. I was like, oh, good, that worked out, because I didn't know what else to take. There was nothing else to take unless she wanted my like empty soda bottle. But yeah, I mean, we did as much as we possibly could. We had the best time you could conceivably have in this short a period of time, and it was so great. I still am wearing the like sweater that I bought there. It's July right now. It's like summer, and still around the house I'm wearing this like 30th anniversary Disneyland Paris sweater because you gotta. It was a ton of fun. And I can't wait to go back with Kelsey and kind of experience it for the first time again by proxy. And for the first time without like the stress of like, we've got to make it to our train at like 6 p.m. But I did have the forethought to sort of film a little wrap-up video right at the end there with my sister. So here you go.
It's time to leave.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I liked it. And the castle is definitely better than Florida.
You heard it here.
Sorry.
Castle is nicer. But what was your favorite?
Probably Indiana Jones or Thunder.
Oh.
Thunder Mountain.
That's a surprise to me. I thought she'd go Thunder for sure, but Indiana Jones was a maybe.
Yes. Because I like them both a lot, and I think those are my two favorites.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So you're saying not Avengers Flight Force?
That one too, but we're in Disneyland Paris right now.
Okay.
Not the Avengers
Well, let's
Studio
split it up. What's your favorite on the other side?
Yes.
That one?
Yes.
Oh. All right.
We had never been on it. We
didn't know what to
expect. And there's corkscrews, and it's dark, and it's upside down.
It's very fun.
It's fast, and they launch you.
Yeah, there's a big launch tube. It was pretty good.
It's good.
Well, I'm glad we got to do this. A little short, tiny trip. We got our merch. 30th merch. Because we were here for it.
Yeah.
Hey. And we're going to head back to the hotel, grab our bags, and spend the rest of the night on several different trains, I think.
Yeah.
So, woo! All right, bye.
Anyway, like I said, thanks for watching this one. I know it was a little bit weird. It's different than anything else we have on the channel. And I know that we will be making more of our regular stuff in the near future. Keep an eye out for that. Kelsey's learning DaVinci Resolve. We've upgraded from Windows Movie Maker, which has been deprecated for years and years. They don't even ship it with Windows anymore. But hopefully we'll have some new stuff out for you soon. I don't know when this is going up. I don't know what's going up before then or after. But I'll leave you with this clip of the dragon. All right, bye.